I thought if I did everything right, we'd never argue.
I thought being perfect meant never needing help.
But love is not in the flawless. It's in the trying, the forgiving, and the mess.
This is Perfect Imperfections, unfiltered, unfinished, and apologetically human. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fire and Spice Podcast. I'm Fire.
I'm Spice.
Why are you laughing?
I'm happy.
What's going on with your life?
I'm just happy.
What has you happy?
Just like that. Just happy. No reason. I'm just happy.
Wait, okay.
Yeah.
How is your week going?
So far so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was saying, Tena, you can't complain.
Hapo hivyo ndio siko sure. Because I can't complain.
Because I can't listen to you.
Yeah.
But
Well,
welcome
of course.
again, and we're excited to have you guys again here for another episode. Thank you for all your wonderful comments, for all of you that have subscribed, for all of you that have followed us on our different platforms. We're thankful. Invite a friend, share, comment, like, do what you gotta do to keep us going. And what are we talking about today?
Well, I don't know.
Do you ever know?
I always don't know. But I think as we were brought up,
Mm-hmm.
our parents, there are some things they never taught us, which they were supposed to teach us, maybe. I'm thinking like, there's so many things that our parents didn't teach us.
Mm-hmm.
And they were supposed to teach us.
Is it because they didn't know? Or they just didn't think it was their place?
Maybe they thought we are young to talk about some things. We are still young, or we are small babies
Uh-huh.
to talk about some things. Mm.
Did they teach you those things when you grew up?
Now, when you grow up, life teaches you. Ushatoka kwenyu. You grow up, life teaches you.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, because now, by the time you grow up, si umetoka. Hey, you're not there.
Interesting.
You're not in the umbrella anymore. So you are by yourself, you and the world.
You know, I don't even know if I was listening to something or meditating on something, but a thought came into my mind that most of the times we usually think kids don't have the capacity to understand things.
Yeah.
And I was reading a book about parenthood,
Mhm.
and they were saying you should think about your kid like a little human.
Mm.
Because even when kids grow up, like when you get a kid, you don't talk to them like a kid, like a person. You make sounds
Yeah.
like habajubuju, whatever.
Mm.
But then they were saying you should think about your child like a little human.
You
Talk to them.
Mm.
And I think that if you learn to talk to your kid then, as they grow up, you'll be able to be open enough to see them as a human being growing and give them the resources they need to grow.
Mm.
But if you just see them as a baby, then the way you said it, you'll not be able to give them the resources and the information they need. Ndio wasifunzwe na ulimwengu.
Sasa if you talk to them like humans and they're still babies, si utaanza hata kuwapea nyama wakiwa wadogo. Do you think they are big?
But you teach no, you teach people according to the Seta Bible inatuambianga. There's a time where you drink milk and you drink it until you're strong enough to chew the bones. So in the wisdom of being a parent, you give them milk and milk and milk until they're able to chew the bones.
But I feel those who have suffered are millennials.
Well, millennials are the most messed up generation. No, but Aki sikupenda kwa wazazi wetu.
uh,
I don't know what I asked my mom,
mm,
and it was something to do with communication
mm,
and like how we express our emotions. Like you always do this, and I want you to do this, blah blah blah,
mm,
or whatever you do makes me feel some type of way.
mm.
And this woman just said, I don't have the capacity to give you what you're asking for. Like, it's not that I don't want to, but I don't have the capacity to give you. My mother didn't show me. If I start learning right now, I'm too old. So I'm probably going to screw you more than you already screwed up. So I don't have the capacity.
So where do you get that answer?
It was.
If you cannot get that from your mom,
You
from your
see,
dad.
from Jesus.
Oh my
You see
God.
that thing you've been telling us to pray? Pray. Because it's things like finances. Like, most of us were born and our families were struggling. So they couldn't teach you financial literacy if you're living hand to mouth.
You see that, when we were young, and I'm sure all these millennials went through this. When you are young, na ukuja na pesa, you come with some money in the house, you will be beaten.
Where did you get it from?
Yeah, and they will ask you, where did you get this money from? It's either you stole or you borrowed.
Mm-hmm.
Na
And both
zote ni
of them
makosa.
are not acceptable. Yeah.
Both of them. So you're not supposed to have money.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you grow up knowing that it is bad to have money.
Oh.
Your mind is already messed up.
Your relationship with money is messed up.
Yeah. So by the time you get to a point where you know money is good, and it is good to have money, you are old.
And then you become like me and my $700 shoe.
And that is when you do those mistakes. You get the first salary, and this is your money.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody is asking you how you're using it, and then you screw up.
Where? Mm-hmm.
So I think when they see that money, they should have a conversation with you.
They had a conversation of, where did you get the money?
By the time you ask that,
Shakula vibo.
umekula vita. My dad anatoa mshipi kwanza.
But
umenyoroshwa mishipi kadhaa.
See, did they even have the capacity to teach us that, or even their ability?
I believe they did, but it's the same thing I told you. You are too young for this. They thought that you are too young for this. If they treated us as young humans, small humans, and talked to us like small humans, I believe we would have had a very successful or maybe productive conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will explain where I got that money. And it is, if I got it the wrong way, then they will tell me this is not the right way to get this money. We will have a conversation, or we will get somewhere we will agree.
Why did our parents not know how to talk?
And
then they have kids like you who are bad communicators. Because that takes us back to where we were talking about communication.
You see, when we grow, okay, we already jumped to what we were not taught, but we didn't even talk about what we were taught.
See,
and I believe that is where
it's different in every house.
But there are common things in every house. Like, your parents had to make sure you go to school, and they will teach you how the benefits of going to school, how all the good things about school.
They just tell you go to school.
Yeah, they will push you to. Yeah, they will just push you, and you will know school is good. Hata kama hujui unasoma kwa nini, you will just go to school because my mom says it's good to go to school, and it is good to be learned.
Horrible communication.
Exactly, and that is a good thing anyway. You will just go to school, and it is a good thing. And I believe the second thing they used to teach us is manners. Respect your elders, how to behave yourself, how to dress, how to talk.
Were we taught manners? Ama did it just come out of fear?
No, we were taught. And when you mess up, then that is when you get a beating.
Because I don't think there was any teaching. It was when your mom gives you an eye, you know you need to stop.
Those were the communications of the African mothers,
That's the-
especially the African mothers. Before they give you an eye, they have warned you not to do something. But when you do something that they have warned you, that is when they give you that eye. And then you know, oh my God,
Because now the kids
messed up.
nowadays give them an eye, they'll be like, is something wrong with your face? Are you okay? I'm like, oh, whatever.
Those are the Gen Zs.
More like Gen Alpha. The kids.
So they taught us manners. And the third thing I think they taught us was faith. Like with me, I grew up knowing going to church is good. Yeah, my mom has been, all my parents have been pushing me to go to church. And it is a crime if you don't go to church. You will not even eat. My mom made sure, hata kama unaenda kulala kwa kanisa, go sleep there. My older siblings, hata umetoka club in the morning on Sunday, enda uoge, enda ulale. Your hangovers zitaishia kwa kanisa. She doesn't care.
Be your...
Yeah. Hangovers zako zitaishia kwa kanisa. She doesn't care. And she made sure, even if you visit us, hata kama wewe ni mgeni, if you are a visitor and you come to visit us on Sunday, she will take you to church. And then we will come back to the house, then atakusikiza. You will tell her
why you came on a Sunday.
Exactly. But you have to go to church first. Like and we grew knowing that. So those are the things that we were taught. And to them, that was enough to grow.
No, I'm thinking whatever you just described are the core values of most people. The things that define you as a person will be your religion, and some of us, our education status, and your mannerisms, how you carry yourself. So I think our parents focused on core values. What makes you a person, a good person, by their standards. The way you dress, I'll teach you how to dress. That way people will address you a certain way. I'll teach you how to talk, how to be respectful. All these things that are core values. And they build you up. And I feel like that's why we are all different. Because whatever was important to your mom was not important to mine. So then what you're being taught is not what I'm being taught. All our households run differently. So we all grow up being different people on these core values. But then you can be a good person and a well put together person and still unable to survive this world because you did not get the skills.
The skills to survive in this world?
Yeah.
You see, and that is what we say. Now, when you grow up, you face the world and you feel you're not ready. Or maybe you find you're not ready. You're not equipped enough to face life. Not because you were not taught well, but there are some things that were not instilled in you. Yeah. That is.
But I feel like, and maybe y'all can tell us, even now, even millennials that are parents now, they don't know how to communicate to their children. Like the problem is not having the information. It's how to take this information and give it to you.
And how do you do that?
Hey.
Yeah, because
really hard questions.
Because I believe it is the information. Like our parents never. There's some things they thought maybe we cannot handle at that particular age, so they didn't give us that information.
You see, when you keep saying that, it brings something in my mind. I don't know if I was talking to it with you or with someone else. You see, like how parents are, when parents go through like marriage things, they always think their kids don't know. Like as long as we keep showing up, we're showing up for your games, we all do family things together, they always assume the kids don't know what's going on because you're young. Like you can't handle this thing that's going on. But if you sit down with the kids, 99% of the time, this little thing's been knowing a lot.
Oh my God.
They say things until you're ashamed and it's your story. The same thing with things like finances. Maybe our parents looked at us and they're like, okay, I'm going to teach you about money. You have years before you'll ever work. You have years, and they didn't even have like the kids nowadays where you set them up with like a mobile banking thing or a little home bank thing where they can put like the change you give them. That way they learn the importance of money and little things like that. Your mom didn't have extra money to give you to do that. And so they are calculating and they're like, I take you to school, you better learn math and be good at counting money.
That is another way. You said something that we think these kids don't know stuff because maybe they are little. They might not speak, but they are consuming what they see. They take in what they see. I've seen people and I've gone to places where they've held parties even in the house. And the kids are there. These kids might not be there in the party, but they listen and they peep from the windows and they see stuff. We think we have closed them somewhere in a room, in a private place where they can't see. Yeah. Yes, they have their video games there. They have their PlayStations there. They have all that they need. But they see so much. And they take it. And that is why another person, apart from the parent, when they sit down with this kid and this kid speaks to you,
you're shocked.
You will be shocked on how much this kid knows. You will be shocked on how much this kid have seen. And they are just silent. And they will grow with that. You see, the same thing you've said, our parents didn't about money. I see good things, but let me just speak about good things now. I have spoken about bad things a lot. I see about good things. Here we are in America, 17-year-old kid can drive. And I have seen kids starting being responsible continuing being responsible because they have been given some money to spend. You're going for the games, you get some money, so you're being taught about budgeting, taking care of your money and all that, finances and all that. You'll be taught about finances, savings. You have some bank. Your parents has a bank for you. They put some money for you when you grow up. So they teach you about finances, and this is different from maybe Africa. Not all of those kids can afford to be, even their parents don't have even the bank accounts.
Yeah. So the privilege
level is different. So the kid, we grow differently. I have seen a 17-year-old boy, very responsible. They know how to fix a car when it's broken. They know it's expensive to take this car to the garage, and they teach themselves even to fix their car, like as simple as changing oil or just changing puncture, the tire. They know how to do it as young as 17 years old. A woman who is 30 cannot do it. But these kids can do it. They are responsible enough, like it's a good thing. And it's the same way, depending on where you have been brought up. Somebody was talking about the background. I think, who was I listening to? I was listening to somebody and said, in China, I was listening to somebody. In China, a 16-year-old boy
banana land
can build a whole app. A 16-year-old boy in Africa, Atatengeneza gari ya matope.
But you see, life has a way of shaping you. Sababu, like a 16-year-old here, they'll drive and go. The biggest they could do is go get a job at McDonald's because there is that opportunity. Flip the book. In Africa or in other nations where the life doesn't look the same way, then they have to learn how to be street smart. So this kid can survive in any situation. Like if I take you right now and throw you somewhere, you could survive just without even knowing anybody because of how we grew up. This kid can survive in any situation. And I think those are very important things, because this kid will grow up and will not be pulled back by the fact that money doesn't come. They'll always go find it. But because then on the flip side, there's a kid that has grown money coming, they will never have the advantage of knowing I can go out and get it. So it's however life comes to you, then you need the resources for it.
Have you, the same person was saying this, have you watched Indians?
They be doing the most.
Or even warrior Somalis. You will go into a shop, an 18-year-old boy knows you are already 40, 50, going to buy a TV. The information that 18-year-old...
They have all the specs and everything.
They have everything. And they know when you bargain, they know, like, they talk like a mature, and maturity is not age. Let me say that.
Is it mature, or is that just how you've grown?
They've been exposed to that environment very young.
You grew up and your dad has a store.
Yeah.
You have to know. And you will know when someone comes in and they want the screen and it's 20,000, right? So I will not tell you it's 20,000. I'll tell you it's 30,000. That way you can start bargaining. By the time you pay me the money that it's cost, because that's all I've seen my whole life.
This is the example I wanted to give. With the Indian boy or Indian child behaving like that, because that is how he was brought up. I know of some kids who have been brought up in almost the same environment, but at that age of 19, they know all that. But after they get that money, because my dad has this shop, because my dad has been going to China bringing these spare parts and I'm selling them, boss, they misuse that money.
True.
To an extent where the dad is like, I cannot trust my son with my job. But an Indian guy, anaweza enda kuleta spare parts na ache mtoi hapo. Like he trusts. We have been brought up in the same.
But is it?
This is money. This is money. Eh?
It's not money. Ni venye umefundishwa the value of that money.
But I believe that when you say the value of that money, what do you mean?
It's different when my dad has money and I go with him to work sometimes and see what he does. But all I know about this money is it gives me a good life, a good, comfortable life. But there's a difference between my dad shows me how hard he has to work to bring the money. If I see your sweats, I am not wasting your money. But if I just see the benefits, the fruits of your money, I will waste your money.
Have you seen these African parents bringing up their kids and they tell them how tough it is to make that money? Like I don't want
a story. You're the one that told us. There's a difference between me telling you something and me actively showing you something. Don't you have like stories of the people that keep telling us, I used to walk 10 kilometers barefoot going to school and you should take your education seriously? Did we take our education seriously?
Why not? Why did, by the way?
Because it's a story. It's a story. It's your suffering story. But if actually you have to watch the hardship that happens. Nobody will tell you. Wouldn't have quit school 15 times because you have firsthand a seat of whatever is going on. But if I'm just gonna come and tell you, I had to walk 15 kilometers barefoot going to school. I didn't have lunch. I had to just drink water from the river, and it's just a story. It's a sad story. I'll feel bad for you, but it's good for you. You made it through. But if actively I am in your journey and I get to see, I don't have to suffer, but I actively get to see, I will not be wasting life like that.
So the people. So what is the mistake that these parents might have done?
Don't give people fruits if you haven't taken them to the shamba.
Make me understand. I have shown this boy everything that I am doing. I'll give you this example. Maybe I sell spare parts, whether it's electrical or mechanical or automobile spares a gari.
Yeah.
Unaona? So kama ninauza hizo, and I've shown you where to get them. I've shown you how hard it is. I've shown you, like, I've lived that life, and I'm not wasting money as a parent. Like the way I was brought up, nimeambiwa ni kanisa na nini na nini. You see, I was watching somebody and they said when they were young, three things mess up somebody. Fame, money, and power. When you give a person those three things, it's either you make them or you destroy them. Or maybe it's either whatever they're going to do with those three things.
Okay.
I was watching somebody saying they got those three things when they were very young, at the age of 20s, and they wasted because they didn't work so hard to get these three things. But when they came, they were untouchable.
Of course.
They were untouchable until, if it is a man, they mistreated the wife because they didn't see the value of that woman. That is how far we go with these three things. And vice versa. If it is a woman getting these things, they don't see their partner
as important anymore.
Because they unaniambia nini.
But you see, I can teach you, I can do all that, but you might also never end up like me, and you have to be okay with that. And I don't think most parents are okay with your kid turning up differently than what you pictured. Because you also can teach me spare parts and all of those things, and maybe my passion is something else. I want to be a lawyer. Are you okay with me never taking over your business and pursuing something else?
But why am I teaching?
You're teaching me so that I can have life skills. Don't teach me to become like you.
No, I'm teaching you to take over.
See, that's the problem.
Like, even as a parent, I'm getting old.
But
who is taking over my business?
We are all going to end up versions of our parents.
So why do I waste my time to teach you these skills?
Because it will teach me life skills. It will teach me work ethic. It will teach me you have to show up every morning. You have to work hard. But I might never work hard and do all these things in your business. And you have to be okay with your kid not turning up to be you. And I think that's the frustration of many kids who end up being wasteful, because you're trying to turn me into you. And I have my own dreams. I have my own aspirations. I have my own things. Be okay with that. Everything you taught me, I will apply it somewhere else.
So
why do you want me to? Yeah, because you're talking in terms of you're teaching me so that I can take over from you.
Yeah.
But I don't want to.
Then talk to me. Tell me,
communication.
tell me. This is as much. I will know what to do.
Do you think it goes well with parents when you tell them you don't want to be mini them? It doesn't. For most people, it does not.
It does not, but just talk to me. As a parent, I will
They
sit down.
probably talks and nobody listens. So then I'm just gonna waste your money.
So is that the same way with school? Like you push me to go to school and
I don't want to.
and take a particular career that my parent pushed me to, and then you go through that and you bring the certificate or the degree and you say this is my parents' degree.
This is yours.
Now
I can go back for mine. I did it for you. Now I can go back for mine. I feel like emotional intelligence is a thing that many people don't have. And I think that's because our parents, well, not all our parents, shout out to the people who have really woke parents. Let me use that. That way it just doesn't sound as bad as I wanted to say it. But to the parents that are okay with you saying no. They are okay with you disagreeing with them. And as long as you maintain that respect, they're cool. They're going to hear you out.
And don't you think this is the same thing we're talking about? We are saying we never teach our kids emotional intelligence, how to handle anger, how to handle rejection, how to handle disappointment.
But how do you teach me something you don't know?
But it's something that we know as parents. I believe we know, but we just take it like it's not important now.
No, I don't think they do.
Like sitting down with your kid and talking to them about the emotional intelligence. Like you can handle rejection.
Yeah, I don't.
You can handle disappointment. You can handle anger.
How many millennials are in therapy? I don't think they do. You see, one thing that stood out for me in my whole life, this is trauma triggering, but I remember very well, I was in class 6, and me and my cousin, we were talking about, I don't know, we were really cool friends. And I came home and I was trying to tell my mom about it. It probably had something to do with boys. It probably did have something to do with boys. But it was like, I am the first one in my house. So first of all, I don't have I was in class 6, so I didn't even have a younger sibling. I only had my brother and he was a little baby. So I don't have anybody else. And also, I don't know why this is happening. I want to tell someone about it. So I come home and I'm talking to my mom about it. She was not mean. She actually listened. And then she was like, listen, I am not your friend. I'm your mother. And she didn't mean it in a mean way. But you see how you felt it? It's how I felt it. Like, I was so hurt. I went through life without ever talking to her. Anything. Until I was grown. And she asked me one day, like, yo, all these things that you're going through, why don't you talk to me? Emmy, I told her, you told me you're not one of my little friends. And so now I learned how to go talk to people out there. And it's messed up out there, by the way, in case you're wondering.
Yeah.
And she was like, I didn't mean it that way. She was like, my whole life, I have never talked to my mom about these things. I don't know how to handle it. The only man I ever knew was your dad and all the other crazy boys in my church. I don't know how to have this conversation. So me telling you I'm not your friend and I'm your mother is my crazy way of asking you to give me a chance to learn with you, because she was like, I don't have the capacity to teach you this. Because she's like, if I come to you as people out there, then we're going to have like gossip, like how maybe me and my girlfriends would sit down and talk about a guy. But she's like, if you're coming to me, that's not the approach you need. You actually need, even if I'm going to sit down and listen to you and listen to you yap, you have to come out with something from this conversation. So I have to be able to balance it that you're secure enough to talk to me, but also I'm your mother. I have to give you wisdom from your shenanigans. She didn't know how to do that. And so for her to tell me, I am not your friend, I'm your mother, was her telling me, I don't know how to balance these two things.
And that is a problem.
So emotional intelligence is not like, they just don't know. They don't know how to sit down with you and like how a whole grown man sit down with you and talk to you, little boy, about serious matters. They don't know.
I believe now there are some parents who are doing that.
Yeah, the generation of
This
messed up
generation,
millennials that are in therapy
this
are getting better.
this generation is lucky enough to have these millennial parents because they were messed up, we were messed up, and now we don't want to treat our kids the way we were treated.
But only the ones that worked on it. The ones that are still messed up, sure. I'm sorry for their kids.
And oh my God. And I think this, as parents, we need to be the best friends to our kids so that they can talk to us about anything.
But how do you balance that?
It's hard. It needs a lot of wisdom. It needs a lot of wisdom.
Is this the part you tell us to pray?
It's just prayer that can help you.
Because it feels
It's
like
just
one
prayer
of those
that can
times.
help
It
you.
feels like one of those times. It feels like one of those times where you're about to tell us to pray, but it is.
Yeah, we've spoken about emotional intelligence. Do we teach our kids about self-worth?
Stand in the mirror.
Yeah.
Talk to yourself.
Yeah.
I am brave. I am beautiful. I am. No.
That good life is not tied into those grades you're getting. Like good life is not. You can get an A.
I feel like my parents did.
Yeah, self-worth.
And then I turned out to be a very
different.
Yeah, I think my parents did.
Self-worth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very important to teach our kids self-worth.
But then when you teach your kids the value of themselves, when they go out there and they're confident in who they are, everybody else is going to think that they're arrogant.
Is their problem. Well, any other part, I don't think it matters.
Because the world would not know how to handle a little kid that is confident in themselves. The world is not going to know how to handle that.
And do we teach our kids how to put boundaries and stuff?
Do you have boundaries as a grown person?
Yeah, we do.
No.
We do in some things.
See, you're making them right now.
I was never taught. Was I taught? Yeah, I was taught.
Which boundaries?
Boundaries? Usiende kwa jirani.
Those are no
Usikule kwa jirani.
Those are no boundaries.
Ukienda kukula huko.
No.
The only food you're supposed to eat is in this house.
See, this is why I'm asking you, do you even have boundaries?
I'm learning the hardest way to have boundaries. When I was growing up, I didn't know.
You didn't
now
know
I
you could
have.
Say no?
No. To say no?
Mm-hmm. And be okay with it without explaining yourself.
That is not what I was taught. But now I'm learning how to do it. The hardest way.
It is?
Yeah, the hardest way. I'm learning how to do it. And even the same way we have, I think it's episode 6, we say taking care of yourself. Especially your mental health and all that. It's just putting yourself first, taking care of yourself, putting yourself first. And putting those boundaries. And be okay with them. Not just putting boundaries and then you put boundaries and be okay with them. You don't have to please everybody.
See, no. No, you see, if you're not used to saying no, you'll say no and then you close the door and cry a little bit. Because it's hard.
It's hard. Like to say no and not even, and be okay and not be guilty.
You'll be guilty. No, you can't. You'll be guilty because it's different from what you're used to.
Yeah.
But to say no and not sit there and explain yourself.
It's very hard.
Like, back to the episode of borrowers.
Yeah.
Or even not even borrowers. even if it's your family member,
Yeah.
and they come to you and they're like, hey, can you give me this and this and this?
It's hard to say no.
And you really can't without putting yourself in a bad position, like without sacrificing something that you shouldn't. Like maybe this is all I have.
You will just give what you have.
I don't want to give it to you because then it will mess up with my plan.
But now you solve this situation, you will remain in your own situation. That is what you've been doing.
Yeah.
And which is not a good thing. That is not putting yourself first. Just learn to say no. Me, I will say no, right? I never used to. I will give everything. I used to give everything that I have. Ninabaki hivo na ninapambana na maisha. But they don't know that.
Do you tell them?
Even if you tell them, they don't want to hear that. Like, amekuletea shida yako, alafu wewe umpe shida yake.
Si bishare.
Unajua vile wanafanyanga? Kwanza mko kwa simu. Kwanza kuna vile wanaekaga tu. Unajifanya ni network, alafu ananyonga.
What if you're texting? What if you're texting?
They will just ghost you. Like I'm telling you my problem and you're bringing your problems. They will just ghost you. And that is what I'm telling you. It is good. Learn to say no and be okay with it and not even be guilty about it. Hata usikue guilty. And it is a hard thing to do. Because wacha nikwambie, especially family members. Oh my goodness.
You see, no, because I'm thinking that's a whole boundary that probably everybody needs. If you're a millennial and you're an insomniac, and you spend your night reading Reddit stories, people have really crazy families out there.
Oh my God. Me, there are some things I will not mention here. Maybe.
And that boundary of being okay saying no. And this person will guilt trip you.
Oh yeah.
Until you feel like, hey, maybe I didn't mean it like that.
You start explaining yourself. Sasa hata labda ni auntie yako.
Yeah. Like, send me money for this. And I'm looking at my bills and they're all due at the same time. Or I have something that I want to do. So I'm like, can you give me a little bit more time and I will send it to you later. But for now, whatever I have is, no, and then I start feeling bad. Family should be there for family. There's nobody.
You send all you have.
And I send it. And then my bills are overdue. And then I have to get a whole late fee because I was helping you. And it's a boundary that I don't have.
It's a very hard thing to do.
But these are the things that, back to the lessons that our parents should have taught us. They should have taught us that the way we say like family is the most important thing and all of that, they should have also taught us that your family, they're human and they also have the ability to hurt you and it's okay to move away. Like it's okay to distance myself from you if you've hurt me or if you're not good for me. But because it's family, they end up doing really bad things. I was reading statistics, they're really bad statistics in Kenya, and they were it's a problem that's going on about teenage pregnancies. But then from the statistic board that was there, most of them happen from family members. But you can't talk about this because we're not supposed to take our family business out there. You're not supposed to. Who are you to say your uncle did this or your dad did this? And so we are growing up in a generation of so many family dysfunctions and so many family wounds and all of these things because we were taught family is everything. And it's true. It's probably the most important unit in your life. But they're also human. And you have to be okay knowing that I can put you aside and you can continue being my family. But I don't know. Tell me about him. Because that's a whole.
Now I'm thinking about it, and I don't think this episode will end.
It will never end.
It will never end, and we should take a break. Take a break, and we'll come back later to continue with this.
Why are we coming back?
Even if it's not today,
It's not today.
This topic is not going to end, and I believe we have so much to talk about, and we don't want to do a 2 hours episode.
We might as well. Well, no.
Unless you have so many points, but
no, but
what? You feel you still want to continue?
No, will not be the person that makes this a 2-hour episode.
Yeah, exactly.
So tell the people what you're telling the people.
What I'm saying is this: we take a break. This is episode 9. We might have 9A and 9B, or we might have 10 with the same topic.
We might just skip it 9.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll take a break and stay there. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow us. Make sure you share. Invite a friend. We learn together. Don't be selfish to learn alone. Let's learn together. We are also teaching ourselves. These are the stories that we've been talking behind the cameras that we just decided, hey, why can't we share with others? Because we were just talking about them when driving, when doing our normal life, and we felt, it's good stuff to share. And that is why we came before. I pushed it. And I believe you're learning something from all this. So we'll continue bringing you more nuggets, more wisdom, and more advice as we learn from you. Let us know on those comments what you want us to talk about, what you want us to listen to, what you want, the questions that you want us to answer, and
you can answer questions.
Yeah, ask questions. We will try and answer. I will try and answer, but I will get wisdom from here.
But yeah,
wrap it up.
Asa, cool pause. I'll see you on the next stop.
Next stop?
Yeah. So it's a ride. We'll pick them up on the next stage.
Sasa siuambie vizuri.
Si umeharibu.
Nimeacha.
Okay, cool pause. We'll pick you up on the next round.
As we go around,
we'll pick you up again. But yeah, was this supposed to be a long episode?
It just did. It was not planned.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now it is.
So we're pausing this. We'll be back. And then we'll answer your questions, promise. And then we will continue and we'll let him tell us what he has in store.
And until next time,
adios.